Hi, and welcome to another episode of Hot Takes with me, the Silver Fox. And this story it's an odd story. There's a teacher, but it doesn't actually relate to anything that happened in a school. He just happens to be a teacher. But he has lost his job. The local authority have fired him. And the reason is he was the victim of a crime. Now, they're not saying that's the reason they're firing him, of course, but ultimately that's what's happened. He has made a complaint. He's made a post on Facebook about the crime. They've liked it, and they're so spineless and cowardly that they decided it's easier to fire him than it is to address any kind of sensible answer to the complaint, the one complaint they received. So I hope he sues them. I hope he sues them for a lot of money. He needs a lot of money. He has serious considerations, and I hope he takes them to the cleaners. And I hope that the person who made the decision loses their job simply because of what they've done. It's just one of these things. Why should you be the victim of a crime and then be punished for it? So we'll have a look at this article, and you'll see exactly how bad it was, and why he felt compelled to make a post on Facebook. So, primary school teacher 52 sacked after Facebook appealed to parents of yobs who attacked his home and threatened to end the life of and do terrible things to his wife and his disabled stepdaughter. Michael Flynn claims he was sacked from Twiddle Primary School, I hope I'm pronouncing that right, over this post. The school says it parted ways with Mr. Flynn because of safeguarding worries. Well, no one was safeguarding him. So let's go in and look at this. A primary school teacher has been sacked over this Facebook post he made after yobs threatened to do terrible things to his family. Michael Flynn, 52, allegedly broke his school's social media policy by posting online following two different incidents involving a group of youngsters at an assisted living home where his wife cares full-time for their disabled daughter. What kind of place can ban you for making posts on social media? We don't live in a police state. On May the 23rd, the group allegedly tried to take a bicycle from the front garden of his home in Gillingham in Kent. His wife Angela, a former American police officer, says she asked them to leave before one of them threatened to assault her and to bring people who would do terrible things to her and end the life of her family. Mr. Flynn, who missed the confrontation because he was sleeping through a diabetic episode, claims he posted to encourage the boy's parents to get in touch. He now alleges he was dismissed over his online post, but his former employer, Twiddle Primary School in Gillingham, says they parted ways because of safeguarding worries, and that sounds to me like a load of old crap. Mr. Flynn took to the Facebook after the first alleged incident on May the 23rd. His post read, 4 kids tried to steal a push bike from my front garden. When challenged, they were verbally abusive and threatening to my wife. A chase ensued. One kid lost his shoes in the conflict. If this is your son, you may want to contact me before I contact the police. Twiddle is a small place and I will find him sooner or later. So if you want to sort this out calmly, I suggest the parents PM me or I will sort this out my way. In other words, he's going to go to the police. However, the next day, the same group allegedly returned to the property with a large rock and looked ready to launch it at a window before Mr. Flynn looked out and they ran off. He says he was dismissed the following day. Mr. Flynn's 22-year teaching career is now at risk and he has been forced to look for a temporary driving work to support his disabled stepdaughter. He said, I have stolen nothing, I've threatened no one. I am the victim of a crime. Yet I am the one being punished. And he is. And this is just this indictment of these woke wankeratis, the leftist tosspots who run schools, who cannot inflict discipline upon kids, but can only challenge the teachers. And I tell you now, when every teacher leaves the profession and takes up home tutoring at twice the rate, and I can't say as I blame them, who are they going to get in to be teachers? They have a legal obligation to teach at these schools. So what are they going to do? They won't have any teachers because nobody backs up the teachers. These kids can run amok in a classroom. A teacher is not allowed to raise his hand to even protect himself. Because if he does, the moment he does, he's fired. So why would anyone Why would anyone go in and teach in a school where they can be treated like this, and where they know for the tiniest of things, protecting their family, they will be fired? Well, I hope this man goes to a solicitor and sues the absolute smithereens out of this school. I want to see this school be forced to pay millions. Absolutely millions. And that would not only set him up for the rest of his life, so he wouldn't have to worry about going into a classroom or having to deal with yobs like that, but it would also send a message to these schools that you cannot treat people like this. And it's very hard and difficult for me to against teachers, because half the time it's the teachers that you sort of I moan about because they're bringing in the awful things into schools. But it tends to be the head teachers. It tends to be higher up. It's not the individual teachers, although some of them are pretty bad. But in this case, you know that the school is completely bang out of order on this, and they should never have fired this man. Anyway, a school spokesman said the well-being of our pupils is our priority. So not the well-being of your staff then. You've got no consideration for the well-being of your staff. Got it. Right. He said, and we take our responsibility to safeguard children extremely seriously. The staff can go themselves. We cannot discuss individual cases. Yes, you can. You're choosing not to because you're a coward. But incidents brought to our attention are fully investigated and acted upon in line with our policies and procedures, which align with the Department of Education guidance. So the Department of Education says that a man must not protect his wife and family if threatened by a child. That's what the Department of Education is saying. Got it. Asked whether he thought he'd gone too far with his Facebook post, and we've all read it. The answer is no. Mr. Flynn said adrenaline was running a little high. I had just been woken by my wife telling me someone had threatened to do terrible things to her. I wish I'd worded it a bit differently, but I don't regret looking out for my community and my family. Former Louisiana police officer Mrs. Flynn stays at home to care for her 20-year-old daughter Alexis, who needs 24-hour care after she was paralysed from the neck down in a diving accident 4 years ago. She says, I have to be here 24/7 to help my daughter, and I'm petrified. Those kids said they were going to come back with people who were going to end my life and arm me. She added, if they had have thrown that rock through the window, Alexis would not have been able to even raise her hands to stop it hitting her. And the couple say vulnerable neighbours in the assisted living community are also worried about antisocial behaviour in the area. But apparently the school think that this is acceptable and that no one is supposed to protect themselves or look after their family. Sue this school, take them for millions, send out the message, and when the head teacher of that school is having to sit there and teach with rabid old books on dirty old desks because they haven't got a penny because they've had to give it to this man, they can sit there and they can maybe reflect that perhaps they're a complete bunch of woke wankers who deserve everything they get. So I'm coming up. So there you go. This is the kind of thing you have in schools now when they're not actually abusing these kids. They're protecting them when they do the most awful things. Why don't schools actually, have any kind of discipline in them anymore? Why are these kids able to do this? Why are their parents not being prosecuted? I think that any child who commits a crime, the parents should be held responsible. It will encourage parents to raise their children better. And if the parents are incapable of looking after those children, then the children must be taken from them. If you have inadequate parents, then why on earth are they being allowed to have children? And there'll be more on that particular subject in my next video, talking about inadequate parents who should on no account be allowed to have children. But keep your eye out on this one, and if you haven't hit the subscribe button, I would advise you to do so, because you don't want to miss the next video, because you're going to have the world's worst woman wanting to look after children, and I think she might end up doing it because of the power she has. God help that child. But anyway, I shall finish there. Thank you very much for watching. If you like what you see in here on the channel, as I say, hit the subscribe button, ring a bell, leave a like, leave a comment, please share the video. And until next time, stay safe, stay well. Don't let your kids do this kind of shit. And if you're a teacher in a school, be very careful, because they will fire you like that. Goodbye.